course. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Now here's James. 5 points in the game. Here's DeRozan. Misses off the right iron. And so here are the West All-Stars. 7-point differential. Durant the pass to Curry. Outside Griffin. He dishes it to Durant. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Durant's got his third bucket of the night.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
All Stars Game Ps5.
Here is Wall. Left side, Wall. Jefferson dishes to DeRozan. And the pass to Wall. Takes the three, and he gets it to go. Wall's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the East All-Stars.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Curry kicks to Griffin. It's Durant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the layup for 2. Durant's got 9.
Well, that shot keeps him at 100% from the field this quarter.
Now LeBron. He has 5. No one near him. Good on the jump shot.
And not a whole lot of defensive resistance.
Well, if you like defense, don't watch this game.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Wall. Curry passes to Durant from downtown. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Jefferson kicks to LeBron. The dish now to Wall. 6 to shoot. Shot, high post. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now just a 5-point West All-Star lead. And here we go with Steph Curry. He has 7. Unloads from 13. And that one's good. Curry's got 9 points.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
LeBron dishes to Jefferson. Upside Jefferson. Wall up top, guarded by Curry. It's Wall with the drive. Good D by Howard.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Bryant with it. He's got 6. Griffin a screen on Wall. And Bryant kicks to Howard. It's stolen by Jefferson. Curry against Wall. Outside Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. And a missed layup. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. They lead by 7. Kobe misses. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Wall passes to DeRozan. Back to Wall. Love outside. This one for 3. A rebound by Kobe Bryant. Bryant's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Kobe Bryant, an All-Star for 17 straight seasons and a 4-time All-Star Game MVP, tied for the record with the great Bob Pettit.
Banked in off the glass. Kobe's got 8 points.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And the East All-Stars call time here. And Kobe Bryant, superstar the world over, selected by the fans, Clark, to start for the Wests last season despite his injury.
And Kevin, you know, that was the second time he's been selected to start and was unable to participate because of injury. But great to see him healthy and able to participate now.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Kevin Love. George is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Irving subbed in for John Wall. Now, here is Irving. Deep two from Anthony. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play.
Here's Paul. Outside Aldridge. Harden inside the three-point line. The shot misses. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Deep two from Anthony. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Pass to Aldridge. Harden against James. From 12 feet out. Misses off the left iron.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Count the bucket.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
George against Westbrook. Harden left side. 1:16 left here in the opening quarter. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Harden missing again. Now LeBron. 7 points in the game. Noah with a screen on Westbrook. The drive by James, and the layup falls. Now just a 2-point West All-Star lead.
That's 4 of 5 to start this game, guys. He's rolling.
Aldridge with a screen on Irving. Paul kicks to Aldridge. Back to Paul. Paul left side. Drops it in from 11 feet.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Noah with a screen for Irving. Outside for George. Outside Irving. The drive by LeBron.
No, probably the right play defensively. I mean, if you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul dishes to Aldridge. Harden outside. Launches it. And it's good. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there. No one near James as he lets it go. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. West All-Stars lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
This Saturday, February 21st, Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans go on the road to battle the Miami Heat. Make sure to catch it.
And we welcome you back to the NBA All Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove.
Irving with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Harden out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Duncan. And it's Paul in at the 1. Offensive rebound. No good from Duncan. And here is Anthony. Anthony left side. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Well, you know, you always want your side to win, but I think it's pretty common that we don't see too many fouls in these games year to year.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, I think we usually see a few here and there because guys are also reacting based on instinct, playing the game similar to how they know how to play basketball. But aside from that, you usually aren't going to see too many whistles.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Love's checked in for Noah. Parker comes in for Anthony. And it's DeRozan in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's DeRozan. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And a lot of contact right there. I think the officials are making the correct call here. And this sort of call, of course, always about protecting the players. You can't allow unnecessary contact. And sometimes the players let the emotion get the best of them. And you make a foul like that, it's going to be enforced every time.
You know, see, I don't think many people would disagree with the stance that it's a very important objective to make sure everything is done to limit any sort of unnecessary contact. No good on the second free throw. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Love kicks to Williams. Back to Love. Left side, Love. Back to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19, and he gets the bucket. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. It's a close game here in New Orleans. Durant against Parker. Durant the pass to Bryant. Out left to the wing. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Now here's DeRozan. 6 points for him. Love dishes to Williams. And he gets it to go. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
Kevin Love playing in his 4th All-Star game, and with the new format with 3 front court selections, he was a first-time starter last year around. No need to pick a true center.
Here's Griffin. Lillard outside. Hayward kicks to Lillard. Griffin a screen on DeRozan. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Hayward can hit. Here's Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
And you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
And it's DeRozan missing.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Griffin's shot is off.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Williams for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Kobe throws it down.
Nice pass there. Good job to get it up quick.
Kobe's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Outside DeRozan. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. DeRozan's got his third basket of the night. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lillard the pass to Hayward. Williams against Lillard. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Hayward's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Outside Williams. George sets a screen for DeRozan. The shot is off. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. And Lillard kicks to Hayward. And that one's good. Now it's a 6-point West All-Star lead.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Now here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. It's DeRozan with the drive. The West All-Stars pull it in. Kobe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
And Hayward gets it to go.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Now here's Williams. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Williams, a screen on Durant. Here's Love. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Lillard dishes to Bryant. Back to Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Jefferson's checked in for Kevin Love. The West also making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hayward. Ellis comes in for Bryant. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Lillard. And here comes Williams. He kicks it to Parker. Passes to Jefferson. Back to Parker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Griffin kicks to Ellis. Floats one. No good from Durant. And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing by 4. Here's DeRozan. That 3 off the mark.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Ellis the pass to Curry. Griffin against Parker. The wide open look for Durant. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. That's 12 points for Kevin Durant. And here we go with Darren Williams. Parker sets the screen for Williams. DeRozan against Ellis. Jefferson dishes to Parker. And he converts the layup.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. James checked in for the East. Hall comes in for Williams.
Well, playing in the All-Star game, something to really be proud of. And, of course, the starters are voted in by the fans. The reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Ellis outside. Howard kicks to Curry. Connects. The jumper drops. Curry's got 11 points. Steve, you talk about the starters and the reserves. Unlike in regular games, in an All-Star game, everyone gets a chance to play.
Yeah, and I think the hardest part for the coaches, Kevin, is distributing those minutes because everybody is deserving. Everyone's a great player. And usually what happens is the starters get the most minutes because the coaches understand that that's who the fans have voted on there, and that's who they want to see.
LeBron with it. 10 points for him. The feed now to Jefferson. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Wall. Here's the 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. Griffin's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Ellis outside. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's an 11-point West All-Star lead. Now Wall. 6 points for him. The 3. James in the post. Griffin's there. And stolen by Howard. To the inside, Curry. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's 13 points for Steph Curry.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
LeBron James has been an All-Star since his 2nd season in the league. And this is his 11th straight All-Star appearance. And he always gets after it. Goes hard even in the All-Star game.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own, Kevin. It's fun to watch.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Griffin. LeBron passes to DeRozan. Back to James from deep three-point range, and play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jefferson. Anthony comes in for George. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. The West also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. Harden comes in for Kevin Durant. And Paul subbed in for Monte Ellis.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now the East All-Stars with it. It's a 10-point game. Irving dishes to Noah. And it's Wall in the corner for 3. Harden grabs the miss.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
James outside. It's tipped. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
John Wall back for his 2nd All-Star appearance. Last year he helped lead the East to victory, and he also won the dunk contest, so quite a weekend for him.
Wall had to wait until his 4th season to make an All-Star game for the former #1 pick of relief to finally be selected.
Yeah, but that was more a function of him battling injuries and not shooting the ball that well that led to him. And it's not a bad thing sometimes to have to work to earn those All-Star berths. I mean, you appreciate them more when it doesn't come easy for you.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And so Wall nails both of them.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Yeah, and that kind of approach is going to serve them well. It's gotten them to the line more than a few times this quarter. And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Now here's Anthony. He has 5. Feeds to Irving. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. That's good from 17 feet away. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, a good pace here early on.
Howard against Noah for 3. Westbrook. East grabs the miss. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Right side Irving. Shoots. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And so here are the West All-Stars. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Paul. He feeds it to Aldridge. Back to Paul. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the West All-Stars. They lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
Yeah, and Kevin, often the second half is where you see that intensity turned up a bit.
Well, yeah, the first half maybe a little more loose, and then the second half is where it can get more competitive once the game is on the line.
And here's Wall. Wall out there with DeRozan. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's James in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Now here's Jefferson, trailing here by 8. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. Dwight Howard always seems to enjoy the All-Star festivities. A playful personality, he enjoys the spotlight and certainly knows how to have a good time out there.
And Howard, a memorable participant in the slam dunk competition in years past.
Kevin, some of the best dunks we've ever seen in the competition came from Dwight Howard. I don't know if I've seen a big guy like him be as creative and as powerful and acrobatic as he was in that dunk contest a few years ago.
And the second free throw, good.
And we've seen Dwight Howard hoist up a triple or two in these All-Star games. The percentage is not exactly in his favor, but hey, sometimes you need a heat check.
Now here's James. Excellent D from Howard.
He was right up tight on him on that attempt. Terrific D to throw off the shot.
And he did it without making too much contact and getting the officials' attention either.
Here's Curry. They lead by 7. Dishes to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Durant. Shoots. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 14 points for Kevin Durant. And Howard, in last year's All-Star game, Clark grabbed 11 rebounds in 13 minutes.
That's a heck of a rebounds per minute ratio, Kevin, and that's really hard to do as well as the East was shooting. Both sides were filling it up, and that set the benchmark final score, too.
Here is Wall. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Curry against Wall. Here's DeRozan. And it's off from three-point range. And so here are the West All-Stars. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Now here's Wall. He's got 8. And DeRozan kicks to Love. The jump hook. That one goes. Count it.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And again, Kobe Bryant. Bryant's got 14 points for the game.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Love the pass to Wall. Back to Love. Love with another miss.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Coach. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Now here's Howard. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Well, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
Wall is screen on Durant. And it's Wall, top of the key. Looking to get back on track here.
Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now. And get that thing checked out.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. Outside Durant. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Griffin. Outside Kobe. Back to Griffin. Durant with it. Picked up by Love. Clock at 4. Durant. That's good. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Timeout called. East All-Stars.
Kevin Durant has set the bar pretty high with his scoring in All-Star games. He has averaged 30 points a game in his 5 appearances, and that's good for number 1 in the history of the game.
Now here's Howard. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 before that.
Wall is screen on Durant. And it's Wall, top of the key.
Hurt that nigga.
And we may have an injury here that does not
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the
Hurt that nigga.
And we have an injury here that does not look good.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Wall. 10 points for him. James in the post. Defended by Durant. Shot clock at 6. Wall dishes to James. Jefferson kicks to James. And the pass to DeRozan. He dishes it to Wall. Back to DeRozan. Launches it. Wall missing again. And Durant, guys, not shy about slinging him up. 38 points on 27 field goal attempts in last year's game.
Yeah, it kind of felt like he was gunning for that MVP trophy. But the big thing with Durant, like LeBron, they love the All Star game. They love to compete and play against the best guys in the league. They're not looking for a night off. They're looking to showcase their skills.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 8. And Wall kicks to LeBron. Durant with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. And he gets it to go. 17 points for Steph Curry.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's check in with Doris Burke for an injury update on Dwight Howard. Doris?
Guys, the head athletic trainer for the West All-Stars was able to update me on the situation. It's bad news, I'm afraid. He's saying that it looks like a broken ankle, which can truly be a devastating injury. He's sidelined for the rest of this game, and it doesn't look good for him seeing the court again anytime soon. Kevin?
All right, Doris. We will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and we know one thing, Kevin. This guy loves to play, so he's going to do everything possible to get back out onto the court.
Definitely. Let's hope it's a speedy recovery for him.
Here's James following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Jefferson passing to Love. Shot to end this full run, and Griffin sends it back. Outside Durant. There's the dish to Curry. They get it back, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And the East with some changes. Paul George comes in for James, and it's Kyle Lowry in for John Wall. They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
Oh, and here comes Kobe all alone. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 8. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. Now Curry. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Pass to Durant. He kicks it to Griffin. Passes it to Curry. Outside Durant. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Bryant. Fires from deep. Another shot. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Curry against DeRozan. Curry kicks to Durant. Down low. Low block shot. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Durant. 18 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
And here's the East. Outside Lowry. The feed to Jefferson. Outside for Lowry. The three from George. Good. George has got himself on the board with three there.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Curry dishes to Bryant. Jefferson against Duncan. Left side, Griffin. Back to Curry. That one goes. Count it.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Lowry with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Buries the long-range jumper.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Curry attacking outside for Durant. Back to Curry. Feeds it to Bryant. Into Tim Duncan. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds in this game. George passes to Love. It's stolen by Duncan. Curry kicks to Duncan. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Durant.
Kevin Durant set the record with 30 points in 3 straight All-Star games in 2013. He made it 4 straight last year. Can he do it again this year? That's the question.
Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
That's good from Durant.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 17 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Kevin Love. And Irving subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Both shots good from the stripe. And here we go with Kyrie Irving. Lowry dishes to Irving. Tries it from 9. The shot is off. Some solid D from Paul. And here comes the break. Here's Harden. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
First trip to the line for him here.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Carter Williams, he's checked in for the East. Harden hits them both. We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd. Now here's Carter Williams. Kicks it to Irving. Anthony sets the pick for Irving. Clock at 6. Noah, the pass to Carmelo. Paul with the ball. Paul right side. Harden outside. Got a piece of it. Taken away by Anthony. And here's George. Pass to Anthony. Carter Williams kicks to George. Launches a three. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his third rebound on the night.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Now here is Aldridge. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And the wide open shot from Paul from outside off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Irving against Paul. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. It's Westbrook with the drive. The West All-Stars have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And the East All-Stars making a change here. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Here comes Kyrie Irving. He feeds it to Carter Williams. Got it off in time. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the West All-Stars.
Tune in this Friday night, February 20th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. It's Western Conference action. It's the real deal.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And the fans definitely getting top value for their money.
Yeah, always some great highlight reel plays with this all-star caliber talent.
Here's Paul on the court for the West All-Stars. We've got Russell Westbrook, Harden out there with Durant. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And here's Wall.
Hey, guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks and zone defenses and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
Shot's good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Harden outside, three-pointer. Shot is off. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. And back to that move by the league to speed up the game. It doesn't seem like the league is done.
Yeah, you know, and I think more can be done, Kevin. Cutting down on timeouts. You see in soccer, they just run a little sponsor banner in the corner of the screen while the ball is in play. Continuous play. Continuous play. Reduce the number of free throws, I think, is another step. But that would be more a result of not fouling than teams not getting to the line.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. Carmelo Anthony setting the record for three-pointers made in an All-Star game last year with 8. Steve, you called the game. You saw it firsthand on a very efficient 13 attempts.
Well, he had 30 points on the night, a career high for him in the All-Star game. And Carmelo, boy, when he gets it going, even from 3, it is fun to watch.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Griffin. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this is Anthony's 8th All-Star game, always one of the league's premier scorers. He loves playing on All-Star Sunday.
Wall, that's good. Wall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Paul kicks to Aldridge. Back to Paul. Westbrook against DeRozan. Baseline J on the way, and that one's good by Aldridge.
And Carmelo in the host role for this All-Star game. There'd been speculation on where he'd end up in free agency, but in the end, he just couldn't pass up playing in the Mecca.
Dishes at the Wall. Now the pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. James outside. Shoots. Can't get it to go. Harden with the defensive effort. Here's Paul. Harden outside. He dishes it to Griffin. No luck.
Well, I don't like to see anybody miss a layup. Boy, that was painful to watch.
James, the pass to Carmelo. That drops.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And here's Westbrook. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Harden. Kobe comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Curry subbed in for Paul. Now LeBron. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Love, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Love. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The West All-Stars with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. The dish to Kobe. Gets an open look and hits. Bryant's got 20.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have to just take what's there, and as long as you're moving the ball and getting good shots, that's all that matters.
And it's Love penetrating. Back to Wall. Outside DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Bryant. Well, going into last year's All-Star game in New Orleans, the West had won 3 straight. The East came in really motivated to shut down that streak, and they did.
Yeah, they took it personally, and this time they'd like to start a win streak of their own.
Here are the East All-Stars. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Love outside. Passes it to DeRozan. Here's the teardrop, and that one's good.
And the East last year rallying back from an 18-point deficit with about 4 minutes left in the third. They closed the quarter on a run, got it within 3, and then their defense locked down in the fourth to steal the win.
Here's Griffin. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
In the corner, it's James. goes strong with the one-handed jam.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Now Curry.
In that All-Star game in New Orleans, close, really throughout the fourth quarter. An exciting game. We'll see if this one comes down to the wire as well. I think it was universally agreed upon that Steph Curry was a huge snub for the 2013 All-Star game. Well, that got corrected this past season as he finally made his first appearance. He was voted in as a starter for the West.
He misses the free throw.
And that first appearance for Steph as a starter, you can't really argue that he didn't deserve it, as he led the way for the Warriors all last year.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the West. Good on the second free throw. And I think had Chris Paul not missed a month going into February last season, he'd probably start in that All-Star game.
Yeah, but Curry's on his heels, Kevin. I mean, as CP3 gets just a fraction older, I think Curry does have the chance to become the consensus best point guard in the NBA. Time will tell.
Jefferson dishes the Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the three. They get it back. Jefferson kicks to Wall. LeBron James on the wing. Aldridge is covering. The kick out to Wall. Griffin with the steal. 3 on 3. Outside, Kobe. From 13, East grabs the miss.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
DeRozan's gone 5 of 12 from the field. Outside Curry. He kicks to Aldridge. And it's the East with the rebound. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by Curry. The drive by Aldridge. And that one's good. Aldridge has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
There's the feed to Jefferson.
And, you know, next year's All-Star Game scheduled to take place in Toronto. The first time the event has ever been held outside of the United States. You see all the fanfare here in New York. The T-Dot ready to pull out all the stops in a year's time.
And a lot of excitement around basketball right now in Toronto. The 20th anniversary of NBA basketball, Steve, in Canada this season.
Yeah, last year the Raptors with that great season, making the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. Of course, the team rebrand. You add in the All-Star game. There's a lot in the works for NBA fans up north.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the second free throw, good. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's Curry with the drive, and it's blocked by Love. Duncan with the bucket. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Yeah,
I know you agree with that, Steve.
oh, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
Griffin with the steal. And here's the fast break. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Jefferson attacking. The kick out to Wall. James outside. Just 5 on the clock. All sorts of time. That's good. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you take a look at video reviews in the NBA and even across all sports for that matter, they're not going anywhere, especially with the way media is now. Fans can dissect every call on DVR or the internet. So you want to give officials a chance to get those big calls right. So I think video replay is useful and here to stay.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Good game for Kobe. He has 20 points and 6 assists. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you know, starting last season, the NBA added a 3D camera system in every arena to track movements on the court, and some of the shots that those cameras get are remarkable. They can measure just about anything you can think of, and it's opening up a lot of different ways of measuring and dissecting the game. Another example of the overreaching arch of analytics.
And going back to the new camera system, it seems it won't be long before every team has one. Really a revolution as far as evaluating the game.
Well, we are in an information age, there's no question. Stats, numbers, camera angles. The teams are really trying everything to get an edge over their competition, and it makes perfect sense. The big question is, how do you use that information? I think that's what teams are trying to figure out.
Here's Wall. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's James. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, that didn't go down, but those are exactly the plays coaches like to see.
Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Joakim Noah's checked in for Jefferson. Parker comes in for Kevin Love. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for John Wall. Good on both.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after the timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
And Lillard kicks to Hayward. Back to Lillard. This one for three. That is good.
Oh, man, they are just putting a hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for them today.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls in crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot one free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
Count the bucket. 21 points for LeBron. Now Lillard. Well, the All Star Game, always a high-scoring affair, Steve. You saw that firsthand with your broadcast, and last year was no exception.
Yeah, in fact, an all-time record, Kevin, for scoring in an All Star Game. The East won 163 to 155. That's 318 total points, breaking the previous record of 303 set back in 1987.
Shot clock at 6. Pulls up. Carter-Williams with the bucket.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
It's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable. And, you know, last All-Star game, the East also set the record for most points ever by a conference. The West tying their previous high. Not a lot of defense in that All-Star game, but it still was competitive.
And you mentioned the lack of defense in the All-Star game. Last year, not a single blocked shot. You have to dig through the archives, I think, but I'm not sure if that had ever happened before.
At the line for two.
And the first one drops. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for LeBron. That one is no good. Here comes Carmelo Anthony. To the wing on the left. Lowry passes to Anthony. Here's Carter Williams. Back to Anthony. From the arc. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. And the West All-Stars have possession. Now, here's Lillard. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
Hey, guys, I really like the way they gelled as a team out there. They'll take the bragging rights home.